Hello. One of the first things we're going to take a look at is the screening processes and basically the health screens. So what we're looking at tobacco, alcohol, depression, and domestic violence. And of those first three, one of the GPRA ones that we actually look at and get graded on is tobacco cessation. So a lot of times folks think that just by performing the screen, they are actually meeting this measure. But when you perform the screening and you identify a smoker, what we're actually doing is putting them into a new category where we have to provide an education for those individuals. So what we'll do is we'll kind of take a look at the measures, what kind of goes behind that. So a patient who has received tobacco cessation counseling or received basically a prescription for smoking cessation aid anytime during the report period, a patient who's basically identified as quit using, here's the best one right here. A patient who has received tobacco cessation counseling, received a prescription for tobacco cessation aid, or quit their tobacco use any time during the report period. So we identified as a smoker turns it on, or tobacco user, and that's what turns it off. So in EHR, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a couple ways to turn that off. So let's say they're already been identified as a tobacco user. We'll say that, pretend like none of this exists. What we got to do is we got to basically perform a tobacco cessation counseling. So almost any tobacco education can turn it off. Let's see if they actually have a pick list for this. Doesn't look like it's in there. So we'll go over here to the category list, and what we'll do is we'll come down here to tobacco. So a big list, and this is what I recommend is that you come in here and you actually create pick lists, because as you see there's a lot in here. Here's the tobacco use, and my favorite one is tobacco quit. So we're basically counseling the patient on quitting tobacco. You can go in here, say you spoke to the patient for 2 times, their understanding is good. You can even set a goal. EHR is no longer using this goal set thing, but it is still a quick tool that you can use for your own self to annotate. Or you can enter it historically by pressing this button up here. So I'm going to go ahead and add, and that would actually resolve that GPRA measure by putting in that tobacco use. So you have a tobacco user, and now you're saying that you've counseled them, and that's how you perform tobacco cessation counseling for GPRA.